Assalamualaikum friends, welcome back to my channel Kids Station. Today I am going to tell you a story named Catch That Cat. The story is by Tharini Viswanath and the pictures or illustration is by Nancy Raj. And the publishers are Oxford Publishers. I am sure that you are going to like the story. She whizzed through the corridors. She played with the monkeys through the window. She started most of the food fights at break time. So Dip Dip was muddier and messier at the end of the day than all the other children. What do we do with this child? Her parents and teachers would say. But she was a happy, helpful child, and they knew she was only having fun. One morning, as Dip Dip was getting ready for school, her little friend Mimu barged into her room. Capi's lost, Mimu wailed. Capi was Mimu's cat. Did you look in the garden? Dip Dip asked. Mimu nodded. In the cupboards? Behind the curtains? Under the bucket? Mimu nodded a teary face. Don't worry, Mimu, Dip Dip said. You go to school, I'll look for Capi. Dip Dip put on her uniform as quickly as she could, with her tongue sticking out as it did when she was thinking hard. She packed her bag, picked up her lunchbox, and let her brother wheel her to the bus stop like he did every day. He left her there to wait her for a school bus and went off to his own school. As soon as he had left, Dip Dip raced off. She wheeled her way up and down the streets, calling, Capi, Capi. She looked behind houses, she looked inside dustbins, she looked under bushes. Capi was nowhere. Have you seen a brown cat around here? Dip Dip asked some people who were digging the road. His name is Capi. No, we haven't, they replied. Have you seen a brown cat around here? She asked an old man drinking tea in a tea shop. His name is Capi. No, I haven't, he replied. Dip Dip now came to a road that went up a little hill. She wheeled herself up, panting a little, with her tongue sticking out and frown on her face. Have you seen a brown cat around here? She asked a woman hanging clothes to dry. His name is Capi. Is that him? The woman asked, pointing. Dip Dip turned to see a brown streak disappearing down the hill. Capi, Dip Dip cried. Down the hill she rolled, behind the cat. Thank goodness she had wheels, she thought. It was so much faster than running. She could always beat her friends in a race quite easily. Capi ran past houses, jumped over dustbins, and darted round bushes. He sprang past the old man drinking tea in a tea shop. He leapt past the people digging the road. Not far from Dip Dip's house, Capi stopped, flicked his tail, and jumped up a tree. He settled himself comfortably on a high branch. Dip Dip came to a stop under the tree. You crazy cat, she panted. Come down. But Capi only began to lick himself clean. What could Dip Dip do now? She was tired and she was hungry. She opened her lunchbox and saw fish curry. This will bring Capi down. Capi, do you want some fish? Cried Dip Dip and lifted up her box to show Capi. Fish? Capi looked down. But suddenly Capi was frightened to climb down. Meow, he said pitifully. Meow. What? Dip Dip shouted. You don't expect me to come and get you, do you? Meow, said Capi sadly. Fine, said Dip Dip. I'm coming, don't move. With her tongue sticking out and a frown on her face, Dip Dip wheeled herself close to the tree where a branch hung low. She used her arms to pull herself up. It took some trying, but finally she was sitting firmly on the branch. Now, come here, Capi, you silly cat, she called. Meow, said Capi, sliding down slowly and cuddling up to her. That's when Dip Dip heard voices below. There she is, on that tree, Dip Dip. How did you get up there? Dip Dip looked down to see many faces looking up at her. She held out the cat. See, I found Capi for Mimo. Her father brought her and Capi down. Everyone scolded and smiled and hugged her. And Dip Dip sat in her wheelchair, scolding and smiling.